we got it to a close. The 2025 Bowman Super Jumbo one box break is about to go right now. We are also going to have, I think, the PYT was closed behind that one. That one's be coming up on deck right when we're done here, and other ones that are closing up as we speak. So we're going to have a full slate of breaks all night long. So let's not waste any more time, and let's get into this behemoth of a box. Okay, move it to the side. Keep our display clear. Good luck. Again, if you haven't seen one of these breaks before, we're going to burn pretty fast through the paper, and then we'll focus a little bit more heavily on the chrome and the inserts, of course. Kason Cunningham on like the stained glass version here for the Diamondbacks. And JoJo Parker on the Axis. Nice. All right. Josh Owens, Cooper Fleming, Zach Root, Marcus Phillips, Matthew Mira, Ethan Conrad, Nick Becker, Tyler Franklin, Griffin Hughes, Landon Hogue, Gustavo Melendez on the refractor, Malcolm Moore on the refractor, Kyle Lodice on the refractor, and Mike Sirota on the refractor. All right. Willits. Zach Root. In action, Jesus Made, Milwaukee Brewers. Is hit. Dax Kilby on the prize. Prospects. Cameron Millar. O'Reilly Kelly. Cade Crossland. Nolan Sailors. Sean Gamble. Luke LaCourse. There we go. Eli Willits. Caleb Lays. Gage Wood. Grant Richardson. Charles Davlin with some color coming up. Oh, there we go. Our first auto, Michael Oliveto, number 250 on the purple. Bowman, first auto going out to the Detroit Tigers. Oh, what happened here? Someone moved my page. Someone moved my break page. Where's baseball? Where are we at? I apologize, guys. It's a shared sheet, so I must have been looking at it and moved it off where I was at. Oh, Detroit Tigers, Drew Andrews. Nice hit, Drew. Walker Yannick on the refractor. Marcus Phillips on the Bowman first refractor. Matthew Mura on the first refractor. And Ethan Conrad on the first refractor. I'm still a sucker for die cut. I like anything die cut and anything acetate. That's like my childhood. Those late 90s inserts. Zach Root. We got looks like a little the pink dragon scale here. Gabe Davis, Chicago White Sox, numbered out of 199. Chicago White Sox. Dougie Doug. All right. Gavin Killen on the Axis. Landon Viderek on the first. Ryan Weidman. Aaron Walton. Mason Morris. Josiah Hartshorn. Gustavo Melendez. Kyle Lodice. Dean Curley. Michael Lombardi. Ike Irish on the Bowman first refractor in his hit. Baltimore, Cameron Maldonado on the first refractor. Dax Kilby for the Yankees on the Bowman first refractor. And Ryan Waldschmidt for the D-backs on the refractor. right, in action, Xavier Nayans for the Astros. George Lombard on the prize prospects for the Yankees. Gavin Killen, Sean Episcope, Tate Southstein, Corbin Dickerson, Jake Cook, Cody Miller, Kane Kepley, Ethan Hedges, Jake Gurvich, Nolan Schubert, Jamie Arnold, Athletics, an 11th overall pick, I believe. Jamie Arnold on the Athletics rookie auto. Riley Kelly on the Bowman first refractor, J.J. Weatherholt refractor, Cade Crossland first refractor, and Luke Dickerson on the refractor. Which die cut? The one that was up there now is Jesus Made. On the last die cut was right here. In action, Xavier Nayans for the Houston Astros. That was the most recent one. We got color, so I'm going to hide that one for a second and see what that is in a second. You're killing me, Bowman, with the flipping them around here. Nice little run of Bowman first there. Hopefully some of these guys will pan out and become the stars of tomorrow. Everybody watching the hot stove, what's their teams doing this offseason? We getting a bunch of movement? We happy with what our clubs are doing? Yankees are pretty much standing pat. Not doing too much so far. Liam Doyle. All right, and our purple coming up. Charles Davelin for the L.A. Dodgers in the Bowman first purple, number 250. We got the Dodgers in this one. KG. Shotaro Mori on the Axis. Ooh. Landon Vitterick, 1 of 1. Bowman first black. Paper, 1 of 1. Dodgers in the back-to-back hits. There we go. 1 of 1 tonight. Hope this guy becomes a stud. Brian Curley, Antonio Jimenez, Miguel Saimi Jr., Peters, Quinn, Cone, Yost, Davis, Hammond, Fisher, Petrie, Zerwa, Kane Kepley on the first refractor, Braden Montgomery, Ethan Hedges on the first refractor, and Thomas White on the refractor. All right, it's been a while since I pulled a 1-on-1. There we go. Big surprise. Is anybody's teammate really happy with the offseason? Well, the Phillies re-signing Schwarber, though, so you really can't knock that. I guess they didn't make too many other upgrades. What else we got out there? Marlins need to add a bat. I think Marlins need to add more than that. Marlins need to add an owner and some fans that want to pay to see the product and stop being a farm system. I tried being a Marlin fan for a few years after all my guys left. I started out, my background, I started out as a Mets fan growing up in New York. It was just more cost effective, I would say, to go to Shea than to go to Yankee Stadium. My dad was technically a Yankees fan, so I kind of grew up as a Mets fan. And then when the Mets let all their players go, which is what happens, typical when you're a young kid, you don't really have time to care about that. I decided to follow the Marlins when they expanded, and that's how I started liking Gary Sheffield. But it got there, got a World Series title with that team, loved it, and they did it again. And then that just kind of ruined me on a lot of the baseball stuff for a bit. And I kind of just started being a Yankee fan again with my family. Sheffield obviously became a Yankee, which helped, but I wish the organization could keep the teams together, keep paying for them. They tried it again. They won the second title with Beckett and A.G. Burnett and those guys, and then just sold it off again. And they tried to do it again, and when they got signed Jose Reyes and stuff, and that didn't work out at all, and it was like a one-year run. So I think the Marlins just need to get ownership who can afford to be competitive and stay with it or want to do it, but then it's hard when no one's coming to the games or showing up. So yeah, and that's the other thing too. It's like no one's beating the Dodgers anyway, so what does it matter what we're doing? Essentially, they're going to keep signing all these players, and it's like every player on their lineup is an all-star. It's kind of like Oklahoma City Thunder in basketball right now. It's just you just don't see it happening, so it's hard to get overly excited on it. There we go. There he is, number 1, Eli Willits on the draft 25, first overall pick. Go Natties, Washington Nationals. Brady Ebel on the prize prospects for the Brew Crew. Steele Hall, C.J. Gray, Ryan Mitchell, Murph Gray, Trevor Cohen, Aaron Watson, Caden Bodine, Cameron Nelson. We got some color coming up. Kyson Witherspoon, the first. Connor Essenberg, Seth Hernandez. A little blue shimmer action on a Bowman first, like Arizona Diamondbacks. Dean Livingston, 138 out of 150 on the blue shimmer auto. Livingston going out to the Diamondbacks. KG, Christopher, there you go again. Nolan Sailors in the Bowman first refractor. Brody Brecht, Josh Owens in the Bowman first, and Kalen Culpepper. All right, 2 out of 3 of the autos so far numbered. I'll take those any day. And the one that's not numbered is probably might be the best overall player there. And we got a 1-on-1. So we're doing all right with this jumbo. Holy glare. Alrighty. Four packs remaining. If you can get 60,000 fans rocking in a playoff environment, that's got to be a good time. All right. Getting stuck to my fingies. All right. Xavier Nyan on the draft 25 for the Houston Astros. Prize prospects Kevin McGonigal. Gotta say that one better. Detroit Tigers. There we go. Little blue action here to 499. Joshua Lugo. Angels of Anaheim. TJ Harvey. Tyler Brenner. Selena. Slowinski. Morrison. Jacobs. Flores. McConaughey. Quentin Young. Chase Shores. Oh, wow. Dodgers again. Aiden West. LA Dodgers on the rookie, on the first, Bowman first auto. Aiden West for the Dodgers. Ty Harvey on the Bowman first refractor. Tyler Bremner on the first. Michael Selena on the first. And Slowinski on the first refractor. All four are Bowman first. Next to his Dodger brethren here. All right. Gallo Lodice on the Prism Refractor on Bowman first. There you go, White Sox. Jake Monroe on the Purple Dragon scale to 199. Angels of Anaheim. Zaire Hope on the Axis. Fritton, McKenzie, Russell, Voigt, Oliveto, Fiend, Barr, Anderson, Youngerman, Obermueller, Dean Curley on the Bowman first refractor, McGonigal on the refractor, Lombardi on the first, and Bazana on the refractor. Which Cunningham was that one? Oh, I'll try to pull it off to the side after. I'll go back through it again. All right. JoJo Parker. Chase Southscene for the Braves. And got a little mini diamonds. Josiah Hartshorn, Bowman first on the glitter speckle over the close one there for the Cubbies. Nice hit. Kason Cunningham on the axis. Guzman on the first. Jamie Arnold on the first. Fouch on the first. Liam Doyle. Cutout. Max Williams. Evanson. Livingston. Dean Moss. Witherspoon. Brandon Compton, straight out of Compton. Jay Gurvich on the Bowman's first refractor. George Lombard on the refractor. Nolan Schubert on the Bowman first refractor. And Cash Mayfield. Sweet name, Cash. Alright, last pack, everybody. Good luck. Let's see. Should have an auto in here then, because I think it's 5 autos out of this. Alright. got Billy Carlson on the prize prospects for the White Sox. J.D. Thompson. J.B. Middleton. Riley Quick. Brady Ebel. Max Bellew. Dominic Reed. Cody Bowker on the first. DeVries Monroe. Here comes our auto, looks like. Bowman first. A's. Devin Taylor. Bowman first. Devin Taylor. Going out to the athletic spot. Jason. And our last auto of the break. Cooper Fleming on the Bowman first refractor. Jefferson Rojas. Zach Root on the first refractor. And J.D. Dix. All right. Quick little show us those hitties right here for you. So JoJo Parker on the axis for Toronto. Kason Cunningham on the stained glass. Jesus Mate on the in action. Gabe Davis on the purple dragon scale. Charles Davalin on the chrome to 250. Joshua Lugo on the blue paper to 499. Jake Monroe on the dragon scale to 199. Josiah Hartshorn on the glitter. Eli Willits on the draft 25. Devin Taylor, Bowman first auto. Aiden West, Bowman first base auto. Michael Olivetto on the Bowman first auto to 250. Dean Livingston, the Bowman first to 150. Jamie Arnold, the Bowman first base auto. And Landon Vidarik for Los Angeles Dodgers, black paper 1 of 1 out of this break. So 5 votes on a 1 of 1, not too shabby. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining for the baseball break. Thanks for hopping in. Thanks if you just watched as well. All the same, we appreciate you no matter how you consume us and our content. We'll be back very, very shortly, I believe, with the PYT, and we'll be back the rest of the night. See you soon.